I mean, this is a lot better than anything I've ever written, but the idealism, it feels like it was written by a young person, somebody who's quite idealistic, and so it kind of reminds me of, you know, when I was younger, I guess. Only love may destroy me absolutely, and I should let it do the killing gently, and it ought to die with me naturally, if time had to become something else slowly. Everything becomes time immediately. At the same time, everything changes really, because death is the ultimate gravity, into which even death itself falls freely. Still, nothing could live as love does perfectly. Perfection is much more deadly than lovely. I need a few minutes to sort of let it sink in.
A different side of love, I would say. The danger of love, I guess, in some sense. Love can bring you good things, it can also bring you bad times. Anything that's going on, love kind of holds things together in some way. Whether it be for you personally or it be on a bigger scale than that.
Transience of love and of life, allowing yourself to be consumed by love.
No, it is the first sentence, to be honest. It's only love may destroy me absolutely, and I should let it do the killing gently. Because even if we know, or yeah, there was this, I mean, the baddest love ache I had, the baddest hurt, was still the most beautiful thing I've experienced in my whole life. And until this day, however it hurts, it's my most precious memory. And this sentence of only love may destroy me absolutely, yeah, this describes that pretty fair.
I really like the middle part, which says everything becomes time immediately, because I feel like time here represents the past and everything becomes the past immediately, even at this moment. And at the same time, everything changes really, because every second everything is changing.
Infinity?
Because death is the ultimate gravity into which even death itself falls freely. A lot of people of my family have died last year, and so I really feel that, and it really shows you how, yeah, it brings you down or back to the ground again, and also shows what love is really and that it's not ending after death.
Personally, like, lost my mom, and I just feel like death is heavy.
It's interesting because I interpreted it completely differently, because I feel like death is not the ultimate gravity, because I personally believe that there's more to death and there's not such thing as ultimate gravity.
It brought some love back to me, and because it reminded me of the death of my grandpa, a lot of feelings are coming up at the moment. Can't really put it in one word, I would say.
My favorite sentence is still nothing could live as love does perfectly. Perfection is much more deadly than lovely.
In my honest heart, reading, this is why this line challenges me. Nothing could live as love does perfectly, when in my viewpoint, there's nothing in the world that lives perfectly. Even love, to me, is not perfect. Or living perfectly.
I do agree that love can destroy you, absolutely, but personally I don't want to be destroyed by love.
I don't think that love can kill people. Yeah, for me, heartbreak is not love. Heartbreak is something else, is pain, is... So love in itself for me is the feeling of loving something or someone or everything, and it's about the feeling of happiness that you get, and it's much deeper, and it's a very positive thing that I don't think it harms people. That kind of love, that if we call that kind of feelings that kill someone, I mean, I wouldn't call love those kind of feelings that would kill someone.
Only love may destroy me, and then it also says the word that follows that, absolutely. So this is a sense that love is something that can really destroy you completely. Other things may hurt you, but something like love could hurt you even deeper. Throughout anyone's life, you're going to have experiences where you go through pain due to love, And hopefully you're not destroyed, because if you're still standing and you're still here, it didn't destroy you.
Yeah, I understand what you mean now, and I understand your point. So I agree, that's maybe the best way to be destroyed or to die is with love. I agree and disagree with the poet at the same time.
When you love someone too hard, can be destroyal for you. For example, can take you away from your goals in life.
I also think that love can be destructive, but is at the same time productive. But the productivity is limited.
To be honest, I feel also the same. Sometimes we can't control it. Like we say, we must control love and don't be like influenced from the love. But in the end, I think love is the only thing which killing us, and we can't control it.
Yeah, I feel it resonates within me because of this polarity of the attachment of love and suffering. Pain always bears something beautiful, and that this is connected in some sort in everyone.
I had a lot of destructive loves, and I repeated the same mistake all the time, you know, as many people do. At one point in my life, I realized what I could make better, and since then I'm a very happy person.
Only love may destroy me absolutely, and I should let it do the killing gently, and it ought to die with me naturally. If time had to become something else slowly, everything becomes time immediately. At the same time, everything changes really, because death is the ultimate gravity into which even death itself falls freely. Still, nothing could live as love does perfectly. Perfection is much more deadly than lovely.
What would destroy me in life? I suppose
Truth would destroy me.
Only loneliness may destroy me absolutely. So only loneliness may destroy me absolutely, because I hate it.
Maybe many failures in my life could destroy me.
If I had to be destroyed from something, it wouldn't be from love, if I had to choose. I think only love can destroy you emotionally.
I already been destroyed from love, so I can connect to this.
Someone who loves me shooting me with a bullet.
I don't want to be destroyed. Oh, okay, I want to be destroyed and pleasure.
That's good. That's good.
Wait, this is not public, right?
there's a lot of things in the world right now that give one cause for despair. And I think really despair is something that can destroy you, because it can distract you from your dreams.
So this poem is very easy to read, and it's nice and short. It doesn't delve into too many different directions, which keeps it easy to understand and simple for the reader to understand the message in some way. And I like that it comes in four lines, and then 2 lines at the very end.
Of a rhythm, of a musicality.
I didn't understand it totally, but I like the rhythm of the poem,
And I think, yeah, it's always like the E, so it's always like the small version, so slowly, absolutely. And I think it's the opposite between like I said, like life and death. And these words are kind of like used in different words and different phrases. So the opposites are pretty clear.
Yeah, I like the word choice, as in the contrast of things like killing gently, because killing doesn't sound like a gentle experience.
I can't relate here. I should let it do the killing gently. I'm not sure about if it's gently or not.
This poem is quite abstract, and I don't I think you can get different various meanings out of it. You can understand it in very different ways depending on how you feel. And
I find it very melodic in a certain sense. So I love things that describe things on point. You don't need much words, and you have this certain energy and melody in it, and I find that very beautiful.
Easy words, but make it together meaningful and not cliche.
I think the parentheses are very interesting. I haven't seen that a lot in poetry, and even the parentheses, it rhymes with the rest of the sentence, so that's cool.
Yeah, don't take life too seriously on the one hand, but on the other hand really seriously, and think about the bigger picture and how you live your life in between these two opposites of love and death and life and death.
Romantic maybe?
Romantic, and when you love, you do it really with your all passion, and I think you give everything.
You're a romantic.
Maybe you're someone who has been through a situation involving love where it's hurt you in some way, and you've made it through, and now you look at love in a different way to which you did before.
Only love may create me absolutely, and I should let it do the creating gently, and it ought to live with me naturally. If time had to become something else slowly, everything becomes time immediately. At the same time, everything changes really, because life is the ultimate gravity into which even life itself falls freely. Still, nothing could live as love does perfectly. Perfection is much more lively than lovely.